Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel, man. It is exciting. The Christmas season is officially underway. Way too much excitement this early in the morning. Of course, yesterday was here in the States Thanksgiving, so it wrapped up the Sense Labs Thanksgiving hashtag Sense Labs Thanksgiving holiday giveaway small tablet on this channel. Very happy to give that tablet away to an individual over there, I believe in Illinois. So now that that's out of the way, we can get busy and started on the next fun drawing illustration. Okay, drawing time once again. I love to draw. Drawing's so much fun. Working on Bristol board today. Working on Bristol board using a Prismacolor Color Erase Pencil Blue. I use these pencils because, first of all, they're great, especially, you know, in the long run, they're very durable. How dare you break on me, pencil? How dare you? Who do you think you're dealing with here? Alright, now that we've gotten past the unpleasantness, oh crap. Okay, so today we're going to be using the Palomino Blackwing pencil, graphite. I typically will use the blue line pencil, but honestly, it broke twice, so I'm not going to mess around with it. We're going to do a little sharpening action, and then we're going to move on to the drawing. Bristol board. Why do I draw on Bristol board? First of all, it is pretty durable. It is durable, it is smooth, it's very smooth, and that's one of its qualities that I think a lot of illustrators like, the smoothness, coupled with the fact that it's cheap, and also it's, you know, thick, so you don't get a lot of bleed through. I exclusively worked on Bristol board for quite a while. Exclusive, it was an exclusive. And, you know, I did a lot of pen and ink work. Nowadays I don't really do any pen and ink work, except whenever I'm going and inking my drawings. But I like Bristol board overall. It's nice, it works. It does the job. It does okay. What am I doing? Drawing a dragon, bro. Can't you tell? Can't you see? What is this dragon going to be doing? Well, let's see. What can he give you? Drawing. Working out the roadmap. You guys know that whenever I draw very messy. You know, just doing things on the fly here, having some fun. Hopefully everybody ate a lot yesterday here in the States. If not, then if you're in some other country, what happens here in the United States on Thanksgiving? It's more or less a family day, right? I think that we've kind of gotten away from the whole pilgrim, you know, Native American type situation because it's so unpleasant whenever you look at the history. So most people just view Thanksgiving now as a family day. Time to get, you know, together, time to spend with each other, time to break bread. And yeah, it was fun, but whenever you have that many people in your house, whenever you cook that much, it does it does create a little bit of a stress situation. So that's exactly what happened yesterday. One of the reasons why I like, and I've said this before on my channel, I like using the Palomino is the soft lead. It goes down dark, it goes down easy. There aren't a lot of artifacts because they use Japanese graphite, and Japanese graphite, they grind it down, I mean, really, really fine. And they use, I believe, redwood, which is real sturdy, and I don't get a lot of breaks in the lead itself. But here's the little sideways to that. These are expensive. You know, I did a review of the Blackwing on my channel, and it was positive. But you know, they're expensive pencils. If you if you're just a Joe Schmo from Kokomo, I don't even know, Kokomo's not even a real place, even though the Beach Boys sang about it. It's not a real place. If you're just a Joe Schmo and you're wanting to draw some pictures, you just picture drawing. You love drawing pictures. The pictures are fun. You just enjoy drawing some drawings here and there. And you just do occasional drawing here and there. It's good, yeah. Don't buy the Palomino Blackwing pencil. Palominos are specialized pencils for artists and people who really want to spend money. I don't know. They're really good. Good quality stainless steel up here. Paint job's really good, and these erasers are flat, and you can adjust the eraser. Once it wears down a little bit, you can see, adjust it up a little bit, it's got a little grippy, and then you put it back here, and boom, you've got a new eraser! And it's flat, so it covers a large surface area, and it's rubber, and it's this material that doesn't really damage paper, so it is a specialized pencil, but like I said, if you're just a person looking to have some fun, you don't need to spend $6 a pencil. I say that like it's an insult. How dare you charge me $6 a pencil? Where's my wallet? I'm gonna pay for it. I'm gonna go ahead and pay for it right now. I'm gonna pay for it up front. In fact, give me a whole pack. And they have limited editions and series and stuff like that. So yeah, I like Palomino Blackwing pencils, and you have to order them offline. You're not going to go to your Hobby Lobby and buy yourself a set of Palominos. Any Blackwing pencils. They're specialized items. You know, if you, for the person who needs to spend more on everything. You know, you've got your $600 pair of shoes. You have your Apple iPhone in your pocket, and then you have your Blackwing pencil, and you just, yeah. I like them. I was curious because I kept seeing, you know, people in the marketplace post, you know, Blackwing. It's so fancy. So I had to get me a set. So the marketing worked. The marketing worked. The Blackwing people got my money. And they're like, ha ha ha, as they smoke their cigar and drink their Mai Tai on the beach. And they throw pencils left and right to all the people. Anyway, I digress. So what am I doing? I'm drawing a dragon. Dragon, he's having so much fun. He's like a wingling dragon. He's playing a guitar. He's having, you know, having a good day. He's feeling good. You know. So, of course, drawing is something that takes time. You know, I used to go to the theme park in Disney just to go, and this is back in the day, it was called MGM Studios. I used to go there just because there was a working animation studio there. It was working. You could go and you could see the animators at work, and of course I wanted to be a Disney animator. That was my lifelong endeavor, my dream. I wanted to draw the pictures because I thought, ooh, being in the movies and drawing pictures and getting paid for it, that would be the nirvana, right? And of course, you know, going there, I got to see so much. Now, literally, I'd pay $85, and I would go to the animation studio, and I would stay there. And I'd go to the tour. They had a tour there where you could go and walk through, and I would just literally walk through 30 times. And I would watch the animators draw, and then you would have the people's coming through, and they, ooh, what's going on? And they would tap the glass. I mean, it was basically a big fish tank. You know, when they had all the artists in their fish tank. And it was neat, and I got to see some of the process and how people worked. And it was just one of those really cool experiences growing up that I can look back and, you know, I look at this and I say, you know, and I look at this and it's building up that mental roadmap. You know, I used to watch those people at Disney and I would be amazed. And I used to think to myself, how does somebody get to that level? How can you get to that level when right now I suck? You know? I suck. And it's just, you get there by work. You get there by hard work. You get there by sacrifice. You get there by, of course, drawing every day. I had a talk at the beginning of the video talking about how it's great you can draw every day, but ultimately you need to take a break every once in a while. You really, to build up, it depends on how much you want it, right? It's just the same with anything in life. You only get what you really want. If you really want something, eventually, if you work hard enough, you'll get it. I want a gold medal, you know, or I want a Lamborghini Countach. If you really focus in on things, if you really get there and you're like, I want this, I want that, and eventually, you know, you will find a way. That's the way people are. You get what you want, you sacrifice to get what you want, and eventually, boom, suddenly you realize after 30 years you've got a Countach in your Lamborghini Countach in your driveway. You might have sacrificed, you know, your entire life to get it, but you eventually, something happens and you find a way. And that's what happened to me. I really, really wanted to be a Disney animator. And of course it never came true. I'm a loser. No, I of course, throughout the time, things change and your life changes and you adjust and, you know, your quote-unquote life dream changes and this is completely normal. And then you weep in the corner when all your dreams don't come true. And then you my dream! I'm just kidding. Yeah, so I definitely had the opportunity to work at Disney. I worked at Disney for about 2 years. And yeah, I can definitely say that a lot of my artistic endeavors and dreams came true. And that was because of hard work and following the path what other people have done. You know? That's my favorite phrase. Yeah. No, I don't know, Mike. I don't know. That's why I'm on your channel, funny man. Why don't you draw me a picture and shut your cake hole? Okay, fine. Yeah, so being able to do this, it does take a degree of discipline. It takes a degree of, you know... Yeah, I'm going to break myself with that habit. It takes a degree of sacrifice, and it takes a willingness to put other things aside that maybe you thought were important to really focus in and accomplish what you thought or think you need at that moment. That's a lot of words, Mike. Can you rewind that for a second, bro? Basically, what I'm trying to say is, if you want to do something like this, it does take hard work. It does take time. There is a degree of natural ability that people possess, but to be able to really reveal that, you have to weed out all the other junk that you have inside of you. What are you talking about, junk? You telling me I'm full of crap? Yes, you are full of the world's crap. The world's crap telling you you can't do something, telling you that, you know, that was noted. That was needed. That, you know, was needed. That's a needed, you know. It is funny. Whenever I watch shows and I watch things, there are certain movies that, certain lines that really get into me. And my wife and I are currently watching Lost. No judgments. No judgments. Don't you judge me. Lost. You know, the show that disappointed the world with its ending. And what I'm realizing as I'm going through and I'm rewatching the entire series, we're on season 5 right now. We just finished season 4. No spoilers. If you haven't watched Lost, then that's fine. Then you don't have to. Lost about, you know, the crew of Oceanic 815 that crash land on the island, and weird things ensue and happen, and the smoke monster shows up. And people die, and then they come back to life, and weirdness, and you want to understand why, and there's time travel, and there's, you know, the you-know monster, and he forces you to say you know like 12 times, and you have nightmares about it. And one of the things that is a reoccurring theme with one of the characters, John Locke, is don't tell me what I can do. Don't tell me what I can do. basically. You're not going to tell me that I can't do X, Y, and Z. And I look at that and I'm like, yeah, man, don't you tell me who the crap do you think you are? I remember early on, and I'm sure some of you can relate, being told that you can't do something. No, man, you won't be able to do that. You want to be a doctor? You can't do that. It costs like $15 billion. You have to drain your blood every single day. And you have to sacrifice to the gods of medicine. And you got to go to school for like 8 years. You want to go to school for 8 years? No, you want to party. And you look around, you think to yourself, wait a minute, other people are doctors. Why can't I be a doctor? Or an artist, or an illustrator, or an animator. And that's where I really started focusing in on not only that particular theme, people telling me what I can and can't do, but also realizing that other people do it. Yeah, I do know, bro. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm going nuts with that. I'm breaking it today. I will not say ever again in my life, And I watched people be artists, and I watched tutorials, and I watch people in the business that are illustrators and animators and artists and people that do this for a living, and, watching all of this throughout my entire life. And I thought to myself, I think that if they can do it, I can do it. I heard a quote I read it. And then, of course, I watched him say it. Steve Jobs, one of the most prolific used car salesmen ever to walk the face of the... Wait, he wasn't a used car salesman. He was a computer salesman. But the mentality is the same. He sells things. He sold things. And he sold philosophies. And he sold products. And he sold an ecosystem and a feeling. And what he said was, as soon as you realize that all the stuff in the world, everything ever created, was created by people no more intelligent than you. Because let's be honest, some people are super smart and other people are slow in the wind. But he was trying to iterate that you have the ability to better yourself in that moment and be as good, if not better, than those other people. That's a lot of words. I don't know if you got it. Let's go back. Let's rewind for a second. He basically says that the world was created by people no smarter or creative than you are. They just had more ability to recognize what it took to get to the other side. And, I am definitely one of those people that recognizes that it takes sacrifice. Building this channel took sacrifice. Going to school took sacrifice. Learning how drawing and interacting and learning all of this information and being able to put it to a practical use takes sacrifice. That is something that a lot of people just, they can't handle that. And that's actually a good thing for you and me, because a lot of those people, if they had stuck with it, could have changed the world. But since they gave up, it gives you and me more opportunity. And it's true. Think about that. Today, somebody finally decided not to draw ever again. That, to me, is a horrible sadness, but it really gives you the opportunity to be encouraged and say, I'm not going to give up until I get what I want. That's where you have to be. You have to be, I will not give up until I get what I want. People are amazing creatures. They do amazing things. And whenever you realize that the only thing you have to sacrifice is an ounce of your blood every day. I'm kidding. You have to sacrifice the time, the memories, all of those things. And if you're willing to do that, then you will have what you want. Some things are not worth sacrificing for. right? Some of you are going to disagree with me, and I'm going to say, well, I don't care. This is my channel, and I'm going to have that opinion. Twinkies. I will not sacrifice things for Twinkies. I'm done. I'm done with Twinkies. Me and Twinkies are not friends anymore. I'm done. However, you put a ding dong or a king dong in front of me, and that's it. I will sacrifice anything for a king dong. I digress, and I'm kidding. You guys know that. It is one of those realities where we look at it and we say, yeah, I do want that. You look at all the people in like Hollywood, and of course, Hollywood is based a lot upon look, right time, right feel, right thing for the moment. You know, because then you look at other people and you think to yourself, how did you get your big break? You suck. And then you have people that never get their break, that are beautiful, that are talented. You know, that's one of those things where you have to look at the landscape, similar to how Steve Jobs looked at it. Right place, right time, make your own moment. Make your own moment. As you see, I don't even know. See, at this moment in time in my drawing, I start thinking, what's his name? Right? What's his name? I watched part of the documentary last night about the Beatles and their process and creativity. You know, I'm a Beatles fan. There was a point in my life where I was like, what's this all about the Beatles? I don't care about the Beatles. I don't care. They're not the best group in the world. And they weren't. But they recognized and they seized on the moment. Right place, right time. They sacrificed the things, the practice, the creative process, the time, the uncomfortableness to become more. Sometimes you have to really talk that inner person inside of you, because we all have like 3 people inside of us, and you're like, I don't know about you, crazy boy. I've only got one person, and that's me. No, actually, you're wrong. You are wrong, Mr. and Mrs. So you have that person that you show strangers. Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm pleasant. I'm pleasant all the time. In fact, I'm pleasant even whenever I'm in public. I'm pleasant. And then you have the person that you are to your friends. Yeah, you laugh and you're like, I would die for you. When in actuality, you know, no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't die for them. And then you have the person you are to your family. Right? That person sometimes is a little crusty, hard to deal with, a little selfish. Then you have maybe a spouse. That person not only is a friend, but is a confidant. And that person's a little bit different. You treat them a little bit different, hopefully a lot different, if they're your wife or your husband. And then you have, are you ready for this? You have the real you. That singular person that is with you all the time, that is constantly talking to you in your brain. Yeah, I can do that. Yo, I can't do that. Carries around all the experiences and the memories that you are. Makes the decision, speaks to you at morning, in the car, when you're alone. That's the real you. That's the person you need to get to know better. Because that's the person that's going to push you whenever you get up in the morning. Whenever you've been told no 1,000 times. That's the person that you need to get to know better. Because that's the person that's going to be there to either talk you into the job or talk you out of the job. Talk you into this or talk you out of this. We all know who that person is. We're very familiar with that person. Whenever you get up at 11:30 at night and nobody else is awake and you see that piece of cake on the counter and you say to yourself, that would be good. Who are you going to listen to? I definitely am at a stage in my life where I recognize that I do have more than one person that I have to deal with. But that one person inside of me that makes ultimately all the decisions is the one that I need to get under control. Did you come up with a name for him yet? What is his name? I live on a farm, for those of you who are interested in knowing about my personal life. I live on a farm. And on this farm, we have multiple animals, from cows to birds to dogs, horses. It is a cornucopia of wildlife. And not so wildlife, because you know the cows, they're free roaming, but they're not wild. You're not going to walk out and they're not going to stalk and attack you in the woods. We have a blue heeler. And of course, how inventive the owner is, because we don't own the farm, we occupy the farm. The landowner, one of his relatives owns the heeler, because he also lives on the farm. And the heeler's name's Blue. That's inventive. And I looked at that and I'm thinking, you don't look like a Blue, my friend. You look like a Hector Gonzalez. Because he's very calm. You ride by him, he's blue. I mean, he's blue. He's a blue dog. It's very fascinating, the breed. They're herding dogs. They herd animals. And you look at him, and every time I pass by, and the kids are in the car, I'll say, "Hello, my name is Hector Gonzalez." And he looks up at you and he's very calm and he watches you in the car. And it's fascinating how certain breeds will just look at you and they're thinking. They're like, what is this Yahoo? And his name, Blue, even though fits the breed, didn't fit his character. So that's one of the tasks that I have whenever I draw something like this. I have to come up with a name that fits his character. Right? Certain names really fit the characterization, right? Han Solo, Darth Vader, Indiana Jones. You think of these names and you immediately can depict that moment in time when you realized, yeah, that name really fits the character. So part of your task as a character designer, illustrator, artist is to name your character. Juliet. Yes. Female. Her name's Juliet. Sometimes it comes to you. The character will name itself. If you listen. So what I'm going to do? So I'm just going to have a little fun with it. Eventually. Maybe I'll take a picture of it. Put it into Procreate. And come up with something fun. But this day, I wanted you guys to know that I appreciate you. This is that moment in the YouTube video where the creator says thank you. Oh, I just want to cry. Sincerely, me. I kid. I really appreciate the 12,000 people that took their time out to subscribe to my channel and they don't routinely watch my videos because I've got the subscriber base, but man, come on, people watch my videos. But I wanted to say thank you. You know, every time I subscribe to a video and other YouTubers' channels' videos, I think to myself, they're making more money than me. I'm kidding. They definitely deserve what I'm giving, because I take subscription very seriously. I'm allowing you into my life because I want to experience part of your life. So thank you very much for letting me be part of your life by subscribing to my channel. Hit that notification bell, please, because what happens is, if it doesn't go over a certain number of comments or views, you'll never know that I have a new video out. And I'm trying to get at least 2 videos a week, you know, because I still have a full-time job until the YouTube takes over. So many YouTubers trying to be different, trying to show you that this is possible in your world. Being an artist is not some type of holy grail. If you're talented, congratulations. If everything comes natural to you, then you suck. I'm just kidding. It takes me a lot of hard work to do what I do. A lot of sacrifice. But you know what? It is worth it. I could sit here and play for the next 4 hours. So what I'm going to do, actually, since I am in graphite, look at this. It is a fun graphite pack. Whoa, that was close. So you can see all the wonderful graphite pencils that I have. Let's put him back into his sleeve. What am I looking for? I own, but I don't see it. It's a pure graphite pencil made completely of graphite with no wood. Similar to this. So this is a 6B graphite stick, and what I do with this is I can go in and it's messing up. What is wrong? So what you would do in this situation, because right now I'm seeing I don't have the proper weight. Not weight. I don't have the proper angle. So you should have a piece of sandpaper off to the side. That'll help a lot. Of course, I don't have that. So I'll have to do on this piece of cardboard and get a little bit smoother surface. No! It's messing up my mojo. No. Ah, here we go. No. Let's go back to the black wing. This is the black wing, the standard black wing. What you can do, as you see, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tilt it on its side. This is how most people draw, lock their wrist or use their wrist or, you know, go for detail with that point. But I'm going to turn it on its side so I have a nice wide surface area. And I'm just going to go in and place in a little bit of the values. I'm thinking form, I'm thinking three-dimensionality, and even though this is a very rough, rudimentary sketch, I'm still thinking in terms of form. And if you mess up and you're like, oh snap, I messed up, you can rub it a little bit, or you can come back. That's what's great at graphite. It's like drawing with compressed powder, and you're putting that powder on the surface. Creating a little bit of shadowing and shading. That's all I'm doing. Having some fun. And at the end of the day, that's what drawing's all about, right? It's not about deadlines and criticizing yourself, and drawing is fun. And if you notice, you know, I remember back in the day when I was learning how to draw, and I saw people do this, and I tried it. It was so natural, and I'm thinking, why does that feel so great? It doesn't make sense. Because you're locking your wrist, and it's coming from your entire elbow and arm. It's like your core. You're drawing with the core. You're drawing with your core. And you get such incredible strokes and values, and it's so loose, and you have so much fun with it. And this could be a base for a super tight rendering. No, I'm one of those artists that really loves the sketch because there's a lot of life in it. You know? You know? Yeah. You don't know because I haven't said anything. So that's where I wanted to land for you guys today. I know the video is really long, but I wanted to just kind of go through the process. Kind of doodling. Having some fun. That's what it's about, right? Like and subscribe if you like what you see, and please hit that notification bell. Consider it. Consider hitting that notification bell. Like and subscribe. Because I know sometimes some of the videos on here are worthless. Hopefully you'll consider. Hopefully you'll consider my channel as an alternative to all of those super clean, super polished videos that cost money and they pay professional editors to do them. Thank you guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.